Yo, haha, Miltnificent.
If you're having tracking issues with the MetaQuest Pro, the MetaQuest 3S, or even the MetaQuest 3, possibly the MetaQuest 2, I may have a solution for you that some people may or may not know about, but let's talk about it. What is good, YouTube? Your boy Miltnificent coming back with another quick video. And what I've noticed, and I haven't been on, and I do apologize, I haven't been on the MetaQuest VR headset in a while just because the constant work that I've been doing like nonstop. But anyway, long story short, there's an issue with the frequency, which is how Meta basically, see if I can summarize it this way. The frequency that MetaQuest headsets use to track from the headset to the actual controller. Now, these are the Pro controllers that don't require battery, stuff like that. You can kind of recharge it, if that makes sense. But I noticed that there is a frequency issue. So what happens is when you go under settings and you go under, I want to say it's where it's labeled like a tracking, right? Under settings, then you have tracking. Then there's called frequency tracking. This is where the issue is. Right now, most headsets are probably set to auto, which means it can fluctuate between 50 hertz and 60 hertz in terms of the frequency. 60 hertz being the higher time that it takes to synchronize the headset to the actual controller, 50 a little bit lower. And I'm guessing that they have those two settings for performance based. Basically, with 50 hertz, it's not going to use as much power towards your headset. 60 hertz will, but at 60 hertz, it's more efficient. So I feel like the headsets that have like the higher CPU or processing chip, so like your Quest 3, your Quest Pro, things like that, will likely be able to use 60 hertz. Now, the reason why I'm saying doing this, or at least try this, when you go into settings and you go into the frequency headset settings, change it from auto so it's not fluctuating between 50 and 60. Change it so that it only kind of picks specifically one. So change it to 60 hertz. What's going to happen is your headset is going to restart and you're going to basically just go back into the main settings. You'll see the whole controller and make sure that you're updated to the latest update. I think right now I'm at 77 if I'm not mistaken, but you'll see a screenshot right here. What I did was I tried a couple things. After I made these changes, I tried to see how long it would take the controller to synchronize or at least position itself with the headset to, kind of give an accurate reading. And it didn't take that long. In fact, what else I did is the hand gesture movement. There is a setting where you can kind of manipulate the speed or at least the timing that it takes for the controller to understand that you're not using your controllers and you're using just your hands. After I made that change to 60 hertz, I noticed the time it takes from the hand gesture to actually using the controller, it was basically the way it should be operating when we first got these headsets, at least when the hand gesture was introduced as a feature on the MetaQuest headset. So comment below, let me know. Try this out. I would suggest that if you have the MetaQuest 3, the MetaQuest 3S, or the MetaQuest Pro, try to see if you set the settings, the frequency settings to 60 hertz first, let it reset, try it out and see if that helps your tracking issue. I thought it was firmware related originally, but the more I started thinking about it, I'm like, it has to be with the frequency, the time it takes for the controller to connect or at least synchronize and position with the actual headset. So far, so good. I restarted it multiple times. It's still on 60 hertz and it's still tracking good. So hopefully this will be beneficial to you. Your boy Miltnificent, man. I am out. Again, comment below. Let me know if that actually helps your tracking issues that you've been having with your MetaQuest VR headset. You guys, stay blessed.